If you are reading the book, Preparing for Success, a comprehensive guide to endpoint assessments for apprentices, then you will now be at the chapter titled The Endpoint Assessment. In apprenticeships, the endpoint assessor plays a pivotal role, ensuring that the apprentice has gained the necessary skills, knowledge and behaviours outlined in the apprenticeship standard. Their primary task is to evaluate whether the apprentice has met these requirements fairly and impartially. This impartiality is essential since the assessor hasn't been involved in the apprentice's training or employment, enabling an unbiased evaluation. Their objectivity upholds the integrity of the assessment, ensuring it's purely based on the apprentice's performance rather than previous interactions. Additionally, their expertise in the specific subject matter ensures that all competencies are rigorously assessed according to industry standards. Assessors will use the various assessment methods set out in the assessment plan to determine whether an apprentice meets the required criteria to pass the endpoint assessment. They might conduct practical observations, professional discussions, or reviews of the apprentice's portfolio of evidence. This thorough evaluation process allows the assessor to verify that the apprentice has demonstrated the competencies outlined in the standard. For apprentices, it's important to interact effectively with the endpoint assessor through clear and open communication. The assessor's role is to evaluate and verify an apprentice's capabilities, not to intimidate or create barriers. By approaching the assessment with confidence and readiness, apprentices can clearly showcase their learning. They shouldn't hesitate to ask questions or seek clarification if something is unclear, as this engagement reflects their dedication to the process. When responding to assessment questions, apprentices should structure their answers to highlight their individual contributions and skills rather than those of their team. For example, a digital marketer apprentice should describe their specific role in managing social media posts, saying, "I create and schedule all the posts on Monday mornings using Hootsuite. Then, on Friday, I analyze the analytics for each platform and create a data report in Excel, which I share with the management team." Similarly, a network engineer apprentice should explain their personal role in maintaining network security. Instead of saying, "We update security protocols quarterly," they should clarify, "I personally configure and update the firewall settings using Cisco's management software every quarter. Additionally, I conduct bi-weekly vulnerability scans and patch management to protect our network from new threats. I document these updates in a report, which I review with the senior network engineer." Throughout the process, apprentices should be proactive in their interactions with the assessor, communicating their understanding clearly and responding honestly to questions. The assessment is not just a hurdle to overcome, it's a valuable learning opportunity that helps apprentices grow professionally. While the endpoint assessment might seem challenging, it's a significant milestone that reflects the culmination of an apprentice's journey. The assessor is there to fairly measure an apprentice's skills and ensure they meet the industry standard. By preparing thoroughly and communicating openly, apprentices can approach this evaluation with confidence. Ultimately, the endpoint assessor's role goes beyond simply passing or failing an apprentice. They contribute to building a workforce that is competent, skilled, and prepared for industry demands, making their role indispensable to the apprenticeship framework.